let's play Final Fantasy Dynamics Edition. And okay, I was waiting for that to finish. One thing, just to let you know, I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but respond rate 8 is the best respond rate. Fact. However, if you feel like the text goes by a little bit too fast in battles and such, you can probably go with 7. I probably wouldn't go lower than 7, just because then it just goes too slow. But I can understand like 8 sometimes might be a little bit too fast for some people. So anyway, we're gonna continue the game from here. As you can see, we are in Coneria here, and I'm gonna show you that little trick I was talking about before. Okay, well, this kind of sucks. So there's just one. You can fight between 1 and 5 of these guys. For the trick, again, what you have to do is you have to rest at the Coneria Inn and then reset the power on the Nintendo or emulator if that's what you happen to be using. Now, one thing is I gained a couple of levels fighting these guys because I had to get approximately 34,000 gold altogether. Yeah. You get 120 gold each, so what I usually do is I just reset again if I get less than 4. I don't feel like it's really worth it if you get less than that, because then you get 330 gold for a fight, because you get 360 and then minus the in-stay that you have to pay for there, so 330. With 4, you get 450. With 5, the max that I believe you can run into here, you get 570. So it's just, you know, once you have like Lit 2 and stuff, you know, like the hit all spells, it's just not really, it's just not worth it to fight fewer, because you're getting more money. So we're coming to Elfland here, and we're gonna get a couple of things. And guy, don't you get mad at me, okay? Like, just be patient here, and you'll see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna get a silver sword for Max, and we're gonna get another silver sword for Undine, because they can both use that. Looking at weapon charts, well, actually, let me show you here. So this is what I did. Okay, so in the interim, went and picked up some more spells. So Undine, I believe I'd just gotten Ice before. I decided to get Mute and Invis, just in case I felt like using it. I mean, why not? There wasn't anything else I'd want at this level. Mute, I believe I mentioned it before. It's only useful for like kind of a couple of fights, really, but you know, whatever. But I'm gonna go ahead and try it. So over here we've got. I don't believe Undine had any level 3 or level 4 spells before, so we got Cure 2, Fur 2, and Lit 2 for her. Help killing the Kaizokus go faster, so that way I could just fire, you know, X's Lit 2, Undine fire off Fur 2, Lit 2, didn't really matter. Guaranteed to wipe the board in one round, so that's why I came down to Elfland and grabbed that stuff during all the grinding there. Got her fast in Ice 2 because, you know, figure might as well just go ahead and grab them, even though she doesn't have any spell charges yet. X over here, weren't any other level 2 spells that we wanted to get for him, so we didn't get any. I think if you go back and watch, what was it, like the second video or something, there just isn't really any black magic that's worth it at level 2 other than Ice. Temper would be worth it, except it doesn't work. So, you know, it's, I think almost, not everybody, but almost everybody who can cast Temper in FFD has it, like almost everybody. Some people don't because they just want more like utility spells and stuff like Mute and all that stuff. But there really isn't any black magic that's worth getting. X we'd already gotten him Lit 2, now he's got Fur 2, and then grabbed Fast and Ice 2 for him as well. And then Guy, there's a spell missing. So I believe we already had all this stuff. I grabbed a Mutant Invis. I don't think I had gotten him anything in Provoca before. there's something missing from the level 4, but don't worry, we'll fix that soon. We're gonna look here, Max. So he's got a 29 damage, 44 hit percent. Once we equip that silver sword, he's now got 37 and 49, so he's got a bit better chance to hit, and does a fair amount more damage. It does 8 more damage than the short sword, which, if you noticed there, I got them short swords while I was doing stuff. So I felt like grabbing those walls in Provoca. They only cost 550 each, and I just wanted, in case I fought stuff on land, them to be able to kill stuff a little easier. And 1,000 gold, that's like 2 fights. Or I guess 1,100 gold, that's about, roughly 2 fights against Kaizoku, since I was only fighting 4 or 5 of them. So like 2 and a little bit more. I think I worked out the math, and I think I killed probably like 200 of those guys to get the money I needed. So yeah, that's mighty nice. And we'll check Undine here. So as you see, she hit 33 hit percent. So if I have her attack now, she has the chance of getting 2 hits as of level 9 here. So yeah, but now she's got 23 hit damage, 33 hit, 31 damage, 38 hit, so ups her a little bit there. And now, if you look at the gold total there, some people are going to be like, oh no, how are you ever going to afford the wondrous amulet? Well, this is part of how. There we go. Now, I did this on purpose, so like I said, guy, don't get angry. I did this with intent. And, oh hey, so there's an armor shop here. Let me just show you something real quick. So, I went ahead, grabbed, I don't remember, I think I got the cap on the last recording. Got gloves for Undine, so give her just an extra little absorb, point there. And got copper bracelets for Guy and X. So what those do is, if you remember, the cloth only gave 1 point of absorb. With the hat and gloves, cap and gloves, they're now at 6 absorbs instead of 3. So they got a little bit more protection there. And X, he's got the same gear, so he's got the same thing going on there. And we're gonna come over here, and that's the level 3 white magic shop, so we don't need to go there. This is why I waited, guy, because I was going to get the money, and I wanted to just grab everything else, but I wanted you to see the purchase happen. Alright.
And if you noticed, I have no money, so I can't even stay at the inn. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna do this because I want to just kill crap real fast. Gonna have him unload an ice 2. Yeah, check out that silver sword. Look at that. 92 damage. That was beautiful. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. You don't even know how beautiful it was to me. Alright, there we go. So that's gonna give us 390 gold. We got enough to stay at the inn. But first, yeah, you don't want to watch me walk all around town. Whatever. Because I am going to regret this if I don't do it. Alright, so I'm gonna get pure. Gonna get another pure. And then a heal. And another heal. And I'm not gonna buy any more because then I'm gonna be out of money. And I don't feel like walking all the way across town again, so I'm just gonna do this. Yeah, I know, lovely sound effects, right? Okay, and here we go. And oh dang, I just realized I don't have tents or anything. So this will be interesting. We're going to yeah, we're just gonna head to the Marsh Cave. I'm level 9, which for some people that's actually a little bit like over leveled. And I'm gonna save my spell charges because we want to save them before getting in and out of the Marsh Cave. Oh, whoops, I know that's the wrong way, but I couldn't correct it in time. Alright, everybody's got a pretty decent amount of hit points. As you can see, their max is well over 200. X is finally over 100 hit points. Guy's like almost halfway to 200. Totally forgot about the potions there. And you know what? We can take this guy. This'll be easy. Yes, and even Undine, she just took out like half the guy's hit points right there. Oh, also upgraded X to a large knife. You probably noticed that when I pulled up the weapon screen, or maybe it didn't, so I just pointed it out to you now. And there we go. Let's get a little bit of money there. And here's the Marsh Cave. Normally, one should come here with like a tent or something so they can save outside. Alright, and one little quick note, basically. Don't go north here. Stupid bats. And, shadows suck. So I'm actually going to run from a fair number of the fights in here. Because they suck. And I'm pretty sure I can run from these guys. Okay, good. And yep. I always get these guys confused. There's like Lux Scums and Oozes. There's a couple of them that they die real easy to like elemental spells, but it's different ones. Like one of them's the fire element, one's lightning. And oh, what do I wanna? We'll use a crap. That's not at all what I wanted to do. We're not gonna be using lit in here a whole lot, so we're gonna do that. Max has got a lot of hit points. We won't heal him just yet. Oh, screw this. Yeah, we're out of here. The crawl there, those guys suck. They can stun your dudes. Yeah, not cool. And there's actually a bug in the system. I believe that enemy gets like 8 attacks or something. Or, you know, chances to hit, basically. They usually don't, like, do a whole lot of damage. But the way that there's a bug in the game where even if they miss with an attack, that attack has a chance to paralyze you still. And so I'm grabbing a few things in here because I can sell them, make some money. And yeah, gargoyles just aren't worth it. Okay, so anyway, let's come on, man, they're just like beating the crap out of X. What the heck? Let's go with that. And you'll notice that I'm kind of walking around. Ah, crap, I can't. There's a couple of treasure chests where when you open one, another one ends up being empty. I don't remember if that's one of them, but stupid crawl. But, so some of those boxes, some of those chests, they have a spiked square in front of them, so when you step on it, you're automatically going to fight something. I'm just avoiding that. Alright. Because I just don't want to get in one of those force fights. And crap! Well, we'll go ahead and use one of her Cure 2s. We want to save those level 3 charges.
Here. And, by the way, check out that sweet, like, creepy music. So there's some iron armor. That'll get us a good, like, 400 gold.
On the way out of here. Alright. Yeah, so the Marsh Cave is one of the dungeons that I run for almost everything. Because I hate everything in here. And, I totally forgot that we get a copper bracelet in here, so that's... Well, that's 500 gold I'll get back, I guess. Oh crap, I think these guys can poison or something. I can never remember. Okay. Oh, good job, Undine. And, okay, cool, I have a house, so I can actually save once we get out of here. And I believe this is the one that's going to have the crown. Yep. So we'll step here. Once you step on that next square, you're automatically going to get into a fight with some wizards. And we're going to go ahead and top off a bit here. We got a few charges, so we'll go into a Cure 2 there. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and use her Cure. So there we up to full hit points. Because these guys can hit pretty hard. And, okay, good, only 3. So that's not too bad. And with this, why I am casting the lit spells rather than anything else is I believe they resist fire and ice, but they don't resist lit. So you can cast that, and while it may not do a whole lot of damage, like it's just gonna do like average damage, it will hurt them better than the other damaging spells, basically. So, and hopefully X will just finish them off here. Okay, and now to get back to the Dynamics Edition part of all this, and there we go, 900 gold, so that's good. Don't forget, do not forget the crown. I don't think I've ever done it, but it happens, and then you have to do that fight all over again, because it's not like some modern games where, oh, you killed the monsters that you're supposed to kill in that spot, so now they're gone forever. No, no, no. Does not work that way. Those little pieces of crap are always there. And, crap. Okay, so the Dynamics version. So I believe we left off with Rehnquist finding people in a dungeon, or, well, not finding so much, he was sent to get these people out of a dungeon. And he hides his identity from his brother, who was captured in the Elfland War. Civil War? I don't know if you can call it a Civil War, I guess. Maybe you can. I don't know. So anyway, they all go to the Marsh Cave, because Astos found out that that's where the crown is, and I can't remember. I believe we devised some storyline thing that explained, like, why he couldn't just go get it himself. That one's empty. Okay. There are a few items down here that might be worth getting, but in general, it's not worth the hassle. You have to get the Mystic Key, which we'll get to that in not too long, actually, probably, I think. You know what? I'm on my way out. I'm gonna kill everything. These guys, they're messing with the wrong dude. We're gonna go and cure Undine just because we can. Yeah, just cast Ice. I think these guys might resist Ice. I don't even remember. So anyway, they went to the Marsh Cave. Max found out that Rehnquist, or the guy, I don't think he ever said his name even, found out that Rehnquist was his brother, or that his brother was the dude, or whatever. Leave me alone. Oh, whoops, this is the crap. So he found out that the dude that came and got him out of, like, the dungeon and stuff was his brother, and so, blah. Went to the Marsh Cave. Why did I do that? I already went to the Marsh Cave to get stuff. Another little factoid I guess I actually left out before. So Undine and some other people actually kind of, like, led a little expeditionary force to the Northwest Castle, which we'll get there momentarily. And, you know, I don't want to risk it, so I'm just going to nuke these guys out of existence. Go, guy. You can do it, brother. You can do it, brother! I don't know, I'm not even into wrestling, I don't know why I did that. And, oh, I'm sorry, you had your thunder stolen from you. Sorry about that, guy. But hey, the undead are dead, again. And that's the important thing, right? Alright. And here we go. And I'm just gonna get out of here. Okay, so Undine actually led an expeditionary force to the Northwest Castle, which is where Astos is in the original game here. And they basically kind of, like, raided the castle, they found some cool treasure and stuff, and I'm not going to use that house I got, because there's kind of there's a glitch in the game with, oh. Alright, guy. Here's your chance, but I'm still gonna have everybody else cast a spell, sorry. And this is why we hate Geist, because they do that, but luckily they all attacked Max there, so. Woohoo, go guy! Aw, the one lived, boo. Lame. So they went up there, and then we all ended up, like, meeting down at the Marsh Cave, and Undine's hair was frizzy, and she hated it the whole time, because of how damp and stuff it is, in the Marsh Cave, and... Okay, you know what? And crap, you can't... dang it. Nah. I was debating casting Fur too and see if he could kill them all, but with my luck he wouldn't have been able to. And so I would have just wasted the spell and we would have run anyway and blah blah blah. Oh come on. That's lame. Okay, so we went into the Marsh Cave. Things were a little bit different also. We had a big old battle with the squiddies. The lithids, if you will. The wizard really isn't the proper term. They don't cast spells, they just punch you hard. Dang it. Well, that's actually pretty good. Ran into a fair number of things that can poison there. And that's my first potion that I had to use the whole time I was out. And let's come over here. So we went into the Marsh Cave, and the battle was a little bit different. There's actually, like, the Queen of Lithid or something. I don't really remember exactly how that worked, but these guys apparently want to die. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them. But we went in there, and the battle was a bit different. So there's like kind of like their leader, the squid face chick, who was hitting on Guy, and that's made for some entertaining stuff since the ice cave. There's something like these wizards kept spawning, and we had to kill all of them before we could attack her. So we kind of had to split up our forces, and it was actually kind of interesting, really. So, and then we got out, and we came back and laid siege to Elfland. So they attacked it, then we attacked it, and took it back and stuff. Okay, there we go. So went ahead and sold that short sword I got. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and sell those couple pieces of armor. And I want to make sure I sell this one, because that first one's already, like, equipped. And, she has the iron armor. I mean, I can always go in there and re-equip it, but just save some trouble. I just select the right darn thing. Okay. There we go. And we're coming in here. Now I'm actually gonna buy I'm gonna buy a few more pures. I've got enough healing potential between the two mages there, you know, between Undine and Guy, that healing really isn't too big of a concern. When just like traveling from place to place. But we're still gonna buy a few of these. One thing that's good to do is, especially if you're using an emulator, set a button to turbo, so when you go to buy heals, you can just hold down a button. Makes it easy. Some people, if you go to the GameFAQs board, some people actually have, I don't want to say hacked ROMs, but they've edited things basically so that it, like you can buy them in stacks of like 5 or 10. So, you know, you have to press the directional pad a couple more times, but you can get a lot more stuff at once, so it makes this process a little bit quicker. And you need 5,940 gold, just so you know, to get 99 heals if you have 0. The more you know. Ding ding ding. Or something. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna buy a couple of cabins in the woods or something. And okay, and we're gonna come save, get our hit points and magic back. And alright, let's do this. Oh, buddy, you chose the wrong day to pick a fight with the Light Warriors. Okay, well actually pretty much every day is a bad day to pick a fight with the Light Warriors, but you know, whatever. And dang! Undine with the crit that would've one-shot the thing all by itself. I'd say you go girl, but that's, you know, yeah. We're not doing that. Oh, first strike, yeah, you better believe I'm taking advantage of this. And nice, they both did pretty decent damage there. So we're gonna mix it up here. Look at that, didn't even take damage. How about that? Okay, and we're gonna come over here, and why I'm doing this is just because, well, Astos likes to kill people because he's a jerk. So, so cabins, they just regen hit points. I didn't use any magic on the way over, so this lets you save out in the wild, if you will. As you can see, I've got 28 heals now, 12 pures. And we're gonna come in here. And I am really hoping that Rub does not hit, because that's the first spell that he casts, and it's jerkish, and your people die, and I don't like people dying. Ha ha ha, I am Astos, King of the Dark Elves. I don't know why he tells you that he has Matoya's crystal, but, you know, so now we know where that is. And he's all like, give me that crown now. And I'm like, no. Jerk. And here is where I'm going to use mute and hope that it hits. We're gonna fast max. Come on. Yes! That, I believe, does not have a great chance of working, so that is awesome. This fight should actually not be very difficult now. And I would fast Undine also, but, you know, she's got all these spells, so it's like, why not use them? Because they'll probably do more damage than attack would. Astos actually has a pretty decent absorb. And I'm gonna invis X because I don't want him to die. Yeah, oh my gosh. Look at that, see? Rub, like, that's an instant kill spell, so, oh my freaking goodness, this is like the best fight ever. Look at that. Dead. First try. What was that, like 2 rounds? Look at all that money. And there's nothing there because he's dead. We can't go over to that other room, so I'm not even gonna bother going over there yet. Stupid bat. Okay. And come here to the items. Now you can see we got a crown and a crystal. And alright. And now that we've got the crystal... And, oh well, how about that? That was terribly uncool for that to happen right outside. Look at that, like hardly nobody even, did anyone even take damage in there? I don't think they did. Yeah, look at that! Astos fight, didn't even take damage. My freaking goodness, I better not lose this recording or I will be mad. I think that is the best fight I have, like, ever had with Astos. Like, ever. You know what? Burn. Burn, you little pieces of crap. See, this is the only time this is even worth it. Because it's gonna take just as long to run away as it is for a Fur 2 to kill them all. And if the Gerwolf would have been the only thing that might not have died, and Max would have mopped it up. Especially now that he's got 2 hits there. And, actually speaking of which, let's see. Okay, so yeah, he's still gonna be a little ways away from getting another attack. I think I got offbeat there a little bit. With my setup, I can't hear the music too well, so sorry if I start humming along and it's way off. And, that's it, you're gonna die, you stupid snake. See, there's Solid Snake, and then there's Stupid Snake, and Stupid Snake is the snake that I kill all the time because they suck. Solid Snake is, well, supposedly cool. I've never actually really played any of those games, so, you know, whatever. Alright, and we are going to stop in here, get some resist up in his house. And yes, I'm lazy. I don't want to walk around the town. That would be like 4 steps. Okay. Please. Dang, Max! You murdered that thing! Like, murdered it and then some. And X murdered them. Shoot. Okay. Now something, if you notice here, this little, like, notch. If you just sail straight north, from there, ding! Get you right to the port. But we're not going there. Okay, one thing I really like about the sea or ocean, whatever, far less encounters. It's nice, really. Yeah, we're gonna kill these guys because we can. And in honor of Muteki, Imp 2 dies first. I really hope that guy's okay. He just disappeared. I liked him. Yay! X1 shot it with his knife. it's not worth it. It only shortened the fight slightly. Yeah, see? Oh yeah. X with the kill. Okay. Yep, and so we are now in fetch mode, basically. And okay, yeah, that's right. I think it was my other game where I didn't come here. Oh, sorry, that's right, can't talk across the table. So hey, Matoya, what's up? Oh hey, look at that. The prince needs herb. She'll trade her most powerful herb to get her crystal back, and now she can see. And she's like, we have no more business and get GTFO. And I'm just gonna come over and talk to this broom, because I can. Okay, and so now we've got the herb, which is, if you remember, somebody in town was all like, hey, guess what, I got this thing that, like, you know, Matoya has this herb that'll heal the prince. And, yeah, this is just annoying. Alright, and this is going to be a little bit longer video, apparently. I didn't even realize it. Coming up on... what, every 600 seconds is 10 minutes? Oh, whatever, I'll just kill it. Every, what, 600 seconds is gonna be 10 minutes, so I guess we're getting close to 40 minutes, actually, wow. Alright. Okay, and some of you might wonder what I'm doing next. I'm pretty sure I can do this in Coneria, but I don't remember for sure. Yeah, so I'm just gonna come over here. I think they've got him here. Ah, good, they do. So I'm gonna buy some tents. Because this way, when I use... because eventually, they cost 3,000 right now, but I'll start getting some money. You know, not too long from now. Money will start flowing in, so I'm gonna start fighting things that drop more. We're gonna hit, like, dungeons and things that give up money. Once we get that mystic key that I've mentioned a few times, we're gonna get some... we'll get some money there. We're gonna get some items that we can sell to make, you know, to get more money. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start buying houses, and what those do is they heal you and regen your magic. I feel like I might have talked about them before when we like first got to Elfland or something. But anyway, you're still gonna hear about it. Sorry. I mean, I'm just buying stuff anyway, so might as well fill the space. Right? I mean, right. Okay, and now we'll buy a few piers. So with the houses, there's a little glitch. When you save, it refills your hit points, and then it saves, and then it says, oh hey, do you wanna, like, regen your magic also, or something. I can't remember exactly like how it words things, but so basically, it refills your hit points, and then it saves, and then it refills your magic points. And so what you need is something like a tent, you know, which doesn't cost as much. So rather than using 2 houses, you know, 6,000 gold, use 3,075 gold to get your... so that you basically use the tent to save after you get your magic regen. Okay, I think that should be pretty good for now. Let's see, 29 heals, 21 pures. Okay, you got 16 tents, so we're not really going to use those a whole lot, but it's good, like I said, it's just good to have them. Okay, and, well, that's interesting. That... huh. Well, hey, cool. Nice 600 gold right there. Nice. It's not guaranteed to happen if you don't reset the system, so that's just kind of lucky. Right there, get some money after just spending all that. So here we are, we're heading back to Elfland. And I'm not gonna go into town and save just yet. Yeah, this guy just still tells us to save the prince. We'll be back. We'll talk to that guy in a minute. It's all like, hey, what's up? So if you talk to the prince, he's just still sleeping. So you talk to this guy, and he's like, oh dang, you got herb, yo! Let's release the prince from Astos' curse. Oh look, he's awake. He's like, thank you, peaceful return to Elfland. And now he's all like, well bam, is this a dream? Are you, comma, for some reason, the Light Warriors? Is this for real? So, as legend says, I give you the mystic key. He's like, I feel fine now, thank you. Like, he's like, alright, I'm done, whatever. Like, I don't have anything else grand to say to you or anything, so there you go. Prince keeps a mystic key until the coming of the Light Warriors. I don't know why they're telling us this now. Maybe it's only rumor, but I think the cause of all problems is to be found in the Cave of Marsh. Yeah, it's like these guys are giving this information after I've saved everybody and stuff. They're like, oh hey, Prince is awake, thank you so much. And I shouldn't be walking this direction because it's going to take longer to get to where we need to go. So it tells about the Cave of Dwarf, the west end of the LDC. We've already been there. Yeah, so we're gonna do that. And if you remember, we couldn't get in here before, so now we can. There's a copper gauntlet, 330 gold, 400 gold, and the silver hammer. So we're gonna come over here, trade this to Guy, and if you look here, it does 14 with a 13 hit percent, and 17 and 18, so he's got a little bit better chance to hit, and does a little bit more damage with it now than before. And, okay, yeah, that's right, so if you look here at max, he's got 23 absorb, 42 evade, and 24 absorb. So it does a little bit better damage absorption there, not a whole lot, but it's something. And so it adds one more, and it does take a little bit more off of evade, but again, the fighter's purpose is to just absorb damage, like and nothing else. And up there about 1,000 XP away, so we're gonna do a couple more things here before we progress the story. So I'm gonna come back over, do this. Freaking arachnids, man. Yeah, we're just gonna get out of here. Don't gotta go home, but I gotta get the heck up out of here. Peace out, arachnids. Okay, and so we're gonna go back to Corneria now. I'm taking a risk here. Cool, one down. And crap! Alright, and if you remember, there were some doors in here that were locked with the Mystic Key as well. So this is like the All-DC Victory Tour. And, crap. Okay, good, I can't get... Almost forgot I could get in there. Okay, so now this guy, remember before, he's like, you have to have the Mystic Key, and now he's like, oh hey, you got the key. Go ahead and get it, and you're gonna find stuff that will help you. And so we're gonna come over here. Got a silver dagger, so we're gonna give that to X. Iron staff's a piece of garbage. It's like, I don't know why that's locked away. And here's the TNT. If you remember, we talked to Narek, and he's all like, I need something to blow open a canal. And, well, we all know what TNT is. There's another iron shield, and some iron armor, so I already have all that stuff. So you can tell that the Kingdom of Corneria did not have much, like, terribly good stuff there. Locked away. Except the TNT. So, alright, we're gonna sell the saber, because that's not that good. And then the iron staff. Oops. So the iron staff, it adds 14 attack, but it has absolutely no bonus to hit percent, so that would leave X with, like, nothing, basically. Whereas the silver knife, it does a little less damage, but it adds 15 to hit percent, so he's going to do a lot better with it there. And also, because of how the game is glitched, it also has a higher crit chance, because the index number for the silver knife is higher than the iron staff. Therefore, it, yeah. And just because I like doing this, so 11 damage, 23 hit. And 14 damage, 28 hit. So X is actually not too far away from getting a second hit. Well, I say that now, but now that I think he actually might only get like a plus 1 to hit percent per level, not 2. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna come over to Guy, we're gonna sell that iron hammer that we no longer need. And actually, so that large knife that we got him. Okay, so we're good there. Okay, and armor, so we're actually like full up here. We need to sell this stuff. And, oh, you know what? Actually, I had not gotten iron armor, so I don't know how I missed that one. So 24 absorb, 40 evade. I'm glad I looked again before selling that. And 33 absorbs, there you go. So you got 9 increase. His evade took a hit, but again, the whole purpose of the fighter is basically to just take hits. You'll hear a lot of people, if you look on like the boards and things, they will say that fighters are like the most broken class because they have pretty good magic defense. They get all of the best armor, so they basically have the best physical attack and the best physical defense. Because they have so many hit points, even spells don't really affect them that much. I mean, they can, max get a hit with like a few, tier 2 level spells. Whereas, like, Exit Guy would be dead after the first couple, probably, or maybe they could last 3 if the rolls were a little bit favorable. Whereas Max can sit there and just soak them up. And, okay, we'll get rid of those extra gloves. Sell that iron shield, because we don't need 2. And sell that extra chain armor. And there we go. So we are pretty well set there. And just because it doesn't cost a whole lot here, I believe I've used at least a couple of spells here and there, I'm going to go ahead and rest up. We are on our way. Yeah, see that? All the way down, without running into something. I just felt like doing that. I don't know why. And Max with the kill. Good job. Look at that, I don't even think that was a crit. He just murdered that thing. Okay, and so hopefully we are... Okay, so I'm thinking that we'll be done here pretty quick. And I think we should make it in under the hour mark. Yeah, why not? Let's just nuke everything again. Nuke the whales. That's a fun map in StarCraft. That's something I miss about old StarCraft, is like just some of the maps never got like redone as well as I would have liked. This makes me a little sad. And no, I just don't want to. I just don't want to. Oh, come on. Sheesh, I was gonna say. Okay, and now we're back in the dwarf cave. And yeah, that's right, I already looted this. Yeah, and I gave it back to her, yo. And here's those dwarves all happy again. Alright, we're just gonna come right down here. Alright, we're gonna go and talk to Narek here. He's like, oh, wonderful, nice work. Yes, yes, indeed. This TNT is just what I need to finish my canal. Now excuse me while I get to work. And he just disappears. And we come down here and, like, if that's his canal, I don't know how the dwarf cave doesn't get flooded or something here. So, anyway. So here we get a cabin, which is nice. An iron helmet, also nice. The dragon sword, which actually isn't as great as you might think it is. There's another silver dagger, a wooden helmet, silver armor, money, and a house. And so, what we're gonna do here is gonna pull things up. So there's an axe again, 33, 32. Oh, armor. Oh. 35, 30. Okay, and yeah, so with the dragon sword, the way it's designed is if you're fighting like a dragon, it would do more damage. Well, it doesn't work. And so, I think it was also supposed to have like a higher crit rate or something as well. Looking at the charts here, it had a crit rate of 10, so that's about a 5% chance to crit. Whereas it actually gets about a 10 or 11% chance, the way that it's, with the way that the bug works. The silver sword, slightly lower crit chance, but your average damage is going to be higher because you get, just your base damage is higher, and like, again, it's bugged, so when you're fighting a dragon, you're actually going to do less damage unless you get a crit, which it's like a couple percent difference, so, whatever. Yep, and let me take a quick look here at armor. She's got 1746, and yep, so this gives a little bit more. So again, with Max, we just need him to soak up hits, so we're not going to give him silver armor, because it actually has a lower absorb rating than iron armor, and we want him to just be able to tank. With Undine, she now has a 20 absorb, so it's 3 points better than it was before, and this is actually pretty much going to be the best armor she can get for quite a while here, until we start running into some other stuff. Alright, and... okay, so we got everything here. Alright, so we basically got everything we can with the Mystic Key, except for some things that are down in the Marsh Cave, which we're not going to go get, because we don't like the Marsh Cave. Basically, you end up spending way more resources trying to, fight the stuff, or running from it, and having to use pure potions and everything, than you really get out of the Marsh Cave. And we're talking, like, another silver dagger or something. Like, it's just not worth it. Some people feel like going in there and grabbing everything. I'm a completionist in some ways with some games, but this one I just don't really care about. Yeah, so what we did in the FFD along this part, we're going to be wrapping up here pretty soon, is basically how the group split up. So one of the, coolest characters, I believe this is actually after the Marsh Cave portion had, happened, Spiralex joined, with the illustrious Voltgloss, being the player thereof, that character. Spiralex joined, and there's something really interesting with that, because there's this, another character joined around the same time, and then he got bit by a vampire. Spiralex had to rush him off to Matoya to get cured, and then, so then basically he did that, but what happened is the vampirism transferred to him, and, oh, dang, this is interesting. I shouldn't be running into these guys that much. But hey, I'll take the money. And so it created just this really cool character with the entity. I don't think he was originally planning on doing it, but it ended up becoming this just really, cool thing, that a lot of people are using in their, role plays on the board and stuff. And yeah, he's no longer playing, and that's sad. We like Spiralex, and he's not around anymore. Yeah, sad face. Okay, and why I'm coming back here is because the next town we go to doesn't have an item shop, so I want to make sure that we've got everything that we need in that regard. Buy a couple more tents. Don't think we'll run into too many things that can poison us. We'll probably get a couple of pures also. Yeah, Spiralex, he did the whole vampirism thing as being this big, there's an entity that was sort of semi-possessing him and stuff, and it was just a really cool story. I mean, honestly, all this stuff's still on the board. I'd almost recommend just, go and read it. GameFAQs.com, look up Final Fantasy 1 on the NES, and enjoy the read, honestly. Not kidding at all here. No, oops, let's go ahead and buy that one. And that leaves us with 30 heals, 30 pures, 19 tents, and sorry, I'm like that. There we go. And we'll just buy a few more heals. And so while all that was going on, then we had all the Marsh Cave stuff happening. I believe Spiralex did make it in time for some of the, the recapturing of Elfland. He was actually instrumental in defeating Astos, which was, that was actually kind of cool, because Astos was going to just, murder everybody. And the entity actually kind of helped stop that, or, Spiralex kind of harnessed the power of the entity and got it to not, kill us, or prevented Astos from killing everybody. And then we made Kyo's sword shine like the sun, and he just murdered the heck out of Astos. I mean, murdered the heck out of Astos. It was, I actually can't remember if that attack's been topped yet in FFD. I want to say it has, but it took quite a while before somebody else was able to do the same amount of damage. And kind of break that record. Rehnquist actually still has in his inventory in FFD the longsword that was used to kill Astos. After Kyo went to, kind of upgrade his weapons initially. Later on, he's just like, hey, look, I just don't need this, and Rehnquist is like, dude, I will totally buy that from you, because you used this to kill Astos, and that's awesome. So, as you notice, that little canal is gone now. And so we are able to get out into the larger sea. still kill him. Okay, and it looks like we actually broke the hour mark, so I did not wrap this up as quickly as I thought I would. But this will be ending soon. So here we are in Melmond. We're gonna just go around and talk to people. As you can see, there are tombs all over the place. I'll hit up in the next episode. We will check out. Yes, this guy knows we're light warriors. That's right. I'll check out the magic shops. Go over spells and stuff there. Princess Astos does not fear the evils of the cave. The earth begins to shine again. The earth shall revive. So the earth is like rotting, kind of a problem. This guy tells us to go through the Titan's Tunnel, then south to find Sarda the Sage. We can't get there yet, so I'm not going to bother. So Jim is here investigating. You know, he's from the Dwarf Village, or Dwarf Cave. And this guy gives us a little hint about what we will find out is the airship. Parts of civilization. And now the civilization is in ruins up north. Kind of like this civilization. Oh yeah! Cool, that guy's a farmer. The town was invaded by the vampire. The clinic was destroyed and the town was cursed. So that's something else, is if somebody dies, you cannot revive them here, which sucks. I'm just gonna duck in here real quick. So you can see there isn't really anything that's any better. This is one thing that was actually changed in FFD, is the silver sword wasn't made available until here, because it actually kind of didn't make sense that the much better weapon was available earlier in the game than the longsword. Because the longsword does 20 damage and increases your hit percent 15. Whereas the silver sword does 23 damage, with 15% increase, so not a huge jump, but, you know, enough of one. The Falchion, that's the best weapon that a thief can get for quite a while. Yeah, so, some people might argue that the silver knife would maybe be better, or, like the scimitar or something like that. The silver knife is definitely better than that, though. Because you get a little bit more hit percent out of it. But yeah, so the Falchion, though, a lot of people, you know, unless that silver knife is going to give you another hit, the Falchion is basically going to be the best weapon you can get as a thief for a while, other than what some people call the fruity swords, like the dragon sword. The thief can use that one. They can use the coral sword, which we'll see later, that one's supposed to give you, increased damage against like aquatic enemies. And the coral sword actually apparently has a 19 attack versus 18, like most of the other, or like some of the other fruity swords, like the wear sword and the rune sword. But anyway, and so we're actually gonna sell this stuff. Get rid of that, and sell that. There's nothing really worth buying there. And you know what? It's already a long video, so whatever. Let's just go ahead and do this. Okay, so this is black magic. So we've got Fur 3, basically fire, fire 2, Fur 2, but more powerful. It just does more damage. Bane, I believe it's a poison attack, and it's an instant kill. So it's a hit or miss, but you have a chance of just offing it. You actually can kill one of the bosses with it, funny enough. Warp, when you're in a dungeon, it takes you up 1 level. So you're like 1 floor, and then slow 2 is not really worth it. Basically, it reduces the number of hits that an enemy, gets. But, Cure 3, so, like Cure 2, but more powerful. Life brings an ally back to life. You can only use it outside of a battle. But, like I said, it brings someone back at 1 hit point, and so you do have to use a fair amount of healing, usually, to get them back up to full, but, it's a way that you can get people back up, once they die, which can be useful. Harm 3, same thing, Harm 2, just the more powerful version. It kills things better. Heal 2. So what this does is it's I believe it's about as powerful as like a Cure 2, but on the whole party. However, if you use it in battle, it works like, again, this is another one of those glitches, it works like Heal 3. So you get more healing out of it in battle than you should. And, than you would out of battle. So if everybody's a little bit injured, and you're fighting something that's maybe not super hard, then you actually would want to have, the White Mage cast Heal 2 during the fight. Now, personally, I don't really use that. I don't get that spell myself. Though I might here, because I can get Cure 3 for both of them. However, I've got a pretty decent amount of healing. Heal potions can make up a big difference as well. I want to save a spot for life on the White Mage, because in this game, I'm not going to be resetting if someone dies. like I normally would, so I'm gonna try and get out of a fight as soon as possible if something like that happens, and then get back in. Definitely need harm 3 for Guy, and you know what? Screw it. There you go, Guy. Now you can kill undead better. So I'm really debating because I really like having Cure 3 because it heals a pretty decent amount of hit points there, so I'm definitely going to get it on Undine eventually. Guy, I kind of want to get it for him, just because it's that extra healing, but at the same time I kind of want to save that spot for life. And I'm just really debating heal 2, so, you know, let me know in the comments. You know, I won't guarantee that your comments will actually like, mean anything, I guess. But I will take it into consideration. So the Titan who lives in the tunnel eats gems, he loves rubies. Guess what? That's going to be important later. Everybody knows me. What? You've never heard of Dr. Un? Nope, sorry. Get out of my way, old man. I actually don't think these are... I don't think any of these say anything special. But remember Dr. Un, we now know who he is. That will maybe be important later. Hint, hint, wink, wink. The Earth Cave is on the peninsula southwest of this town. Not very cool, thanks. And the vampire of the Earth Cave is stealing the power of the Earth. We need your help. Alright, cool. I'll go into more detail here, what happened in FFD, on the next episode. We're just gonna duck in here real quick, see what they got. So here they've got silver bracelets. So these are actually, they're basically as good as chain armor, but without hurting the evade stat as much. So that's actually really nice. And so that will really up the absorb of our squishy little white and black mages here. Iron Gauntlet is basically get twice the absorb as the Copper Gauntlet. So it goes from 2 to 4. However, that's a little bit outside of our price range currently after buying that spell. So, oh my gosh. Anyways, I'll talk more about what happened here in FFD, like how things were different on the next episode. But what we're going to do here is we are going to save at the end here. And I'm not gonna do it again, but so it's the same cost as Elfland. Alright, and Max is gonna wave goodbye, because that's what he does at the end of episodes. And yeah, so this was fun. That Astos fight was awesome. And so yeah, we're just gonna leave off here. Just wanna say thank you again for watching, and we'll see you next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy Dynamics Edition. Peace out.